Welcome to Sage-Based Wisdom. I'm Brian Bahi.
And I'm Janice Meading.
And we're podcasting to you from the sacred homelands of Cinnabon.
Today we'll be giving you, our listeners, some advice cultivated indigenously from our backgrounds in how to drink Pringles crumbs.
And Turkish delight. If you're a frequent listener and want even more of us in your life, consider becoming an official Wise Ass member by going to sagebasedwisdom.supercast.com.
Today we have a very special guest. Her and I go way back to the New York City sketch and improv days. She also has been a groundling. And I mean,
well, just Sunday Company.
Sunday Company is
they
wouldn't
have me.
Isn't that the main company? What's the other companies?
The main company is the main company. That's like a groundling, but you have to do Sunday Company to get there. And I did Sunday Company, and they were like, "We're good." And it was like, cool.
Whoa.
They're crazy for that. Literally, what? But she's also a stand-up, and she's so fucking cool and funny. Give it up for Brigid Boyle.
Oh my goodness! Thank you. Hey guys.
Hey, welcome to the pod.
I'm
Do you know
so
Greg
excited to be
Warswick?
here. I know. I don't know him personally, but I know who he is. He's very funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's my coworker.
Oh.
Who was groundlings.
Yes.
But I think he left.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we what do we say about groundlings?
I think
you're canceled.
I think it
Really?
can be great, but I think there's also I think this is true of any theater. There's weirdness, there's weird competitive stuff, and where you're like, wait, why that person and not this other person? And then there's politics and
I
what have you.
personally am canceling them for me because how are you not gonna bring on my girl Bridge?
Right.
Brigid comes from a long legacy of New York City based, none of this LA bullshit. New York City based sketch comedy.
Her mother was a sketch comedian.
Her mother
father was a sketch
is
comedian.
a wasp, a delightful wasp who raised her right in a private school in Colorado.
Yeah.
Denver?
Denver, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I went to Regis for a year.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I went to Kent.
hated it.
Wait, what? You went to a school in Colorado for a year?
I went to a private
It's
Catholic
all boys.
No.
It's not?
Not the high school, the college.
Oh, the college. Okay, yeah, the
Yeah.
high school is all boys. And
I
that's
did go
where
to an all-boys high
There were
school,
some
though.
hot boys at Regis.
Whoa.
Wait, what? Why?
It was the only out-of-state college that I was accepted.
Oh, it's college.
Yeah.
Got it.
I wanted to leave the state, and that was the only place that allowed me to go.
Well, and
And then I hated it, and I
your
left.
Navajo Hopi side sort of has some Colorado roots, I guess.
In a way, I guess. I don't identify with Colorado in any way, though.
I don't either.
Okay, good.
Even though born and
Good.
raised.
I'm not born. We moved there when I was 4, and then I left when I was 18. So I feel like it was, now that I'm 85, it was but
Yeah.
a snippet of my life.
Right.
85 going on 18.
Yeah.
We are going to get into sort of some surgical procedures, cosmetic procedures, because that's a lot of what
It's my passion.
Bridge, yeah, it is
Wow.
Bridge's speciality, and something that I really want to talk about. Although I'm not going to out my personal cosmetic surgeries on this pod ever, except for my breast reduction, which I'll talk about ad nauseum.
Okay.
But
Well, I don't feel like you have many others. I feel like that kind of makes it seem like you're
Right.
my nose job and my earlobe shortening
truly
and my blah,
it
blah,
does,
blah.
but it really is. I only kind of have one other one. And I use Botox, but I need to get my Botox re-upped. You know what I have? Okay, Bridge, let's just launch into this.
Let's get into it.
Before we watch the TikTok. I have been seeing an aging, pro-aging
Oh, dear.
backlash to surgery
there
on the
is.
socials.
There is.
And it's sort of like, hey, look at these celebrities who don't give a damn and who, are looking great as women of age.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel like it's always a little unfair when it's a celebrity because I feel like maybe they're not getting surgical procedures, but they're getting like a facial every 2 weeks. They do like the microcurrent thing, you know, like all that stuff I think is really helpful, but it's expensive and it's
Right.
time consuming. But if that's like part of your profession, then
Right.
you're doing it. But also I think it's great. Like I think everyone should do what they want to do. That said, I'm also looking at the facelift technology these days, and why wouldn't you? I guess because it
Money.
costs $75,000 minimum, but like yeah.
Minimum.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it probably
I'm
depends
just
on like
starting to like
where
get
you
into
live.
that because
For me, it's the healing time. That's what's really holding me back from getting cosmetic surgery. Is like, doesn't it take like 6 weeks or something for you
Yeah.
to heal?
It depends.
I'm trying to be out in these streets. Like 6 weeks? Like that's so
Well,
boring.
what are you thinking here?
Um,
Because even when I got my boob reduction, which was a massive surgery that was like huge scars from in underneath my boob all the way out to like the side of my boob, it wasn't 6 weeks of like having to be inside.
yeah, I feel like it's like there's like a week where you need to like be like away.
that's a lot for
and
me.
then okay.
It is a lot for you. Also, you're in a room right now,
Right.
which you can't do it right now. You have to wait till the
No.
room ends.
Yeah,
At least.
I
you
did
gotta do
get-
it during summer break.
Yeah.
I did get micro needling on my face.
Ooh.
And the
What was that like?
I mean, they numb your face, so you don't really do, but you look like you
Yeah,
are a
I-
burn victim
I
for
very
about 2
recently
days.
did that. Yeah, and when I got home, I was like, "Holy shit! I don't know if I can walk the dog because I
Yeah,
look-
and then but even like it takes like it heals somewhat quickly, but even by
Yeah.
like day 3, 4, I think I posted a selfie, and Jana, you reached out. You're like, "Do you have a black eye?" And I was like,
Now I
"No."
remember. Yeah, how did microneedling give you a black eye?
That's just the residual, because like that's what it looked like all over, and that part around my eye just took longer to heal than the rest of my face.
Got it.
Yeah.
It does though. I just did it, but I had done it twice before, and like the first time I left looking crazy, and then the second time it's like you heal a little faster.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
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 But even I think I was inside for 3 days because you can't really go out in the sun.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so boring.
Yeah. See, I can get into that being like,
okay.
I have to stay in.
Yeah, I love any reason to stay in, baby.
Okay.
You're young still.
Yeah.
I am a woman looking for a couch. Everywhere I go, I want to lay on the couch, and I don't want to go anywhere or do anything.
I was telling Jana that I want to do, you know how they shave your teeth down for like to do
Veneers?
veneers?
Uh-huh.
I only want the shaved down teeth. I think that
So you want like kind of like reptile plastic
reptile
surgery and
mouth,
stuff.
but then I also want big lips.
Okay.
And
This is crazy.
and then hair implants because I can't grow a mustache, so I have a mustache.
Yeah. That sounds hot.
Okay, here's a question. Can Brian get follicle transfer
I'm
onto his
sure.
mustache? I've never seen it
'cause
done.
I think they like, don't they sometimes take like a strip from the bottom of your hair and put it
Yes.
to the top so they could just put that strip under your nose?
Because I used to see at the Magnet Theater several men who were balding who had the scar right sort of under their hat line. The strip, they take the strip from sort of the top of your ear all the way around to the other top of your ear. So like a strip of hair. And then they put it up on the top of your head, that strip. They cut it.
Yeah.
They cut those follicles up and like patch them into
Yeah.
your thing. And then you have to kind of wear a hat every single day. But
I can't believe any of the men at the Magnet were doing anything about their looks.
Yeah, that's
could have
shocking
fooled
to
me.
it's really only the men who somehow had another job besides doing improv or
Right.
teaching improv that could afford to get the transplant.
Yeah.
But
Adam Wade. Just kidding. Do you remember him?
I do remember Adam Wade.
I loved
I
Adam
don't
Wade.
know if he ever
I'm
got the
just kidding.
surgery,
He's
but
cool.
that
He's
would
the only
be so
guy I
funny.
remember from improv, from Magnet.
I wonder if Adam Wade is still like on the internet. Adam Wade, are you on the internet?
Adam, reach out.
I took a storytelling class
Yes,
with him.
he was a storytelling
Yeah.
teacher. I had a crush on Adam Wade for a while.
I did too.
That's the type for me. A fucking little weirdo. A fucking little weird guy.
I had a crush on him too. I think that's mostly why I took the class.
Me too. I was like, I already know how to tell
I
stories.
part
What
of
am
the
I
problem?
doing? Why am I paying this fucking dude? But yeah, I was thinking like it would have to be sort of a strip from your head because you're very full head of hair, Bri.
Yeah.
To put it sort of patch
So I
it.
wonder then, would that be different kind of hair? Like, would it just keep getting longer and longer? You know?
I mean, you really would have to tend to it.
That would be so.
But isn't that what happens with a mustache?
I think it grows short. It grows
But it gets kind of more pubic, right? Like it kind of curls up in itself.
I don't know. I've never seen an extraordinary long mustache.
You could have, like,
it gets long and I braid it.
or like
But
a
even like a-
waterfall over your pointy teeth.
You've seen like the sort of the old timey Japanese
Yeah.
man with
Yeah.
the little strings that
Yeah.
go all the way
All the way
down.
down.
So I feel like if you really let it grow like that, a long sort of long locks from your
Sure.
mustache, you could
Yeah.
have that.
Sure.
And then you could sort of get in touch with your Japanese, your Asian American
My
side.
Asian roots. Yeah. They're dying
That
to
is funny.
happen.
I'm just thinking about all the native men who are getting hair transplants on their face to their face. It just delights me.
To get it like in a like almost just a permanent goatee would be interesting too.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You could get that tattooed on too.
Oh yeah, you could get
it
sort of microbladed.
microbladed.
Microbladed goatee. Now you've done microblading.
I have.
for the brows.
For the brows.
And what do you think of that?
I think it's risky. Like I did it probably like 8 years ago, and I've never been in for a touch up, and it's still
That's
there.
great.
And I
do
remember
you still fill in your eyebrows at all?
no.
God, that's what
But I
want.
also have like my eyebrows just kind of like petered out sort of midway, but they're like pretty full at the front, which I think is also helpful. I think if you like don't have a lot of hair, it's much more obvious that they're like
Right.
tattooed on. But there's something else they're doing now that's like better. I wish I could think of the name, but
What is it tattooing still?
I think it's sort of tattooy, but I think it's more natural looking.
Uh-huh.
And then like I know the microblading sometimes it like fades to gray, which maybe has happened with me, but I just
What is microblading? I thought
care.
I knew, but now I don't know.
it's like prison tats for your eyebrows.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like little lines.
They like
okay.
carve in and put ink.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really want it. But I basically have gotten like the temporary tat. Like I've started to buy these little like very fine tipped eyebrow pens that you just go beep, 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 and draw little wispies on there.
The thing about eyebrows for me is that it's almost like when you say a word too many times. Like if you start looking only at somebody's eyebrows
Yeah.
or at your own eyebrows, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
And
why?
it can be like the most perfect eyebrows you've ever seen, but at a certain point you're just like, what is
And then
that?
yeah, it's kind of weird that they exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember my mom recently was like, "Oh, your eyebrows look nice today." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And she's like, "Yeah, I mean sometimes they're just so in your face." I was like, "Okay."
Whoa.
Because I saw her right after I got the microblading done, and like there's some downtime for that because it's super dark. Like I remember I did a
God.
stand-up show the night I got them done, and it was like it looked like I had pieces of black tape over my eye.
So
And then my
funny.
parents happened to be in town, and they went and saw them, and they were like, "What's happened?" Dude, it's like it'll chill.
One time, my little grandma, and the women in my family, we have famously very, very thin eyebrows. We just like and then we lose them completely. So I have an aunt who got microblading, and they look great, and I'm jealous of them every time I see them. But like we age into having no eyebrows essentially, and my little grandma, my little Unchi. Twyla went to the dentist one time, and she looked in the mirror before she went in to the fucking dentist for just your basic old person cleaning. She saw she hadn't done her eyebrows. She looked around her little car, couldn't find her eyebrow pencil. She didn't want to go all the way home. Here's what she did have.
Wait, can I guess? She busted open a pen and smeared ink on her eyebrows.
Close.
What?
Permanent marker.
Damn.
She fucking used a black
Wow.
permanent marker
Sharpie.
and put on her eyebrows and
Wow.
she
Wild.
went into the goddamn dentist
He's like,
with a permanent
why do you
marker.
smell like Sharpie? What's that?
It's also like, ma'am, are you sober?
Yes. Are you okay? Do we need to call the ambulance? When she told me that story, I was dying, and I was like, "Are you okay?"
That's so
How-
funny.
That's crazy.
Because I feel like that is a common thing in like good mugshots. Is always the brows are always
yeah.
they always. You can always tell a woman is not doing well
Yep.
by her eyebrows.
100%.
Yeah.
You are like, the meth got to her.
Yeah.
She's
Like,
using whatever
no
she
drug
can find.
test needed here.
No.
I see those brows.
Nope, those brows don't look anything like her hair color, and they are so poorly drawn on
Yeah.
with a black marker.
yeah.
What I was going to say also about Bridge, and this is sort of an interesting segue into our advice, but also relative to you, Bri, is that Bridge is a avid dater. Dater and fucker, I'm going to say.
Okay. Whoa.
Dater and I don't want to say whore because like whore is not the implication that we use.
Yeah, and also
So yeah, this is my friend. She's a whore.
She's a whore. I'm not pulling whore numbers these days.
No.
There was
but
a time.
There was a
but-
time. And I think that, like, I say whore with pride, okay? Like, we have, between the two of us, like, the lexicon has evolved, okay? We are using whore as a place of honor and
Yeah.
respect.
And being slutty is like a choice.
It is a choice,
yeah.
and it's a fucking great choice. And if you are activated as a whore,
Yeah.
you're out there.
I do want to say, because I'm also going through a heavy dating phase.
Nice.
And
are a whore, if
but
I may
no,
say.
the thing is, I almost think I need a few more years of being a hoe. A
Yeah.
hoe lifestyle is like so enticing. It's
Yeah.
everything.
Bri recently had a brush with a relation.
Oh, nice.
A brush.
Brush.
Just a
Okay.
brush. And I feel like you are maybe also kind of in a brush moment as
Yeah.
well.
Well, I feel like I had even more of a brush kind of recently
Yes.
with like, yeah, there were like two of them, and it was
you
like
had two at a time.
two at a time,
Two brushes passing on the page.
passing in the night.
And how has that been? So one brush is no longer brushing.
We extinguished one of the brushes.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
that
the-
means one is.
One of them first went away for a little bit, and then he came back.
he tried to come
Whoa.
back. Have you let him back in?
I mean, into my body.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Okay, got it. I think I'm confused as to which one we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one that you're seeing now and that we talked about this morning, is
Uh-huh.
that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So there was like a moment where you were like, okay, this isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But then he came back.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of like, all right, let's give it a whirl.
Yeah. But I
And-
am also still, because he's a little non-committal, I am also out there still dating, trying to replace him fervently.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
you
yeah.
should.
And you're kind of in the market for a relation.
I would like a relation, I think, because the other brush was someone that was like, let's do a relation. And when that came up, it was like, I'm frightened, goodbye.
Right.
So I think it's like a little, there's like, yeah.
That's kind of my thing is like it does feel like one person always wants it a little bit more than
Yeah.
I've definitely been with somebody where I want it more.
Yeah.
I can tell than they do. And then if there's it's
And then it
just feels
seems
like
to
an
me always
imbalance.
very like I don't like that, but I'm also like it's very appealing. I'm like, oh, I definitely want to be with that person. But then if someone's like, let's do it, then it's like, well, I gotta think about this.
Yeah. What is that? Why is it like that?
I guess it's just like avoidance.
Avoidance.
And, yeah,
Oh.
fear of intimacy.
Is it that there is even the hint of commitment is making you sort of like your boner goes soft? Sort of, like I feel like that's something that happens to people too, where it's
Right.
like, oh, I really want something like stable and consistent. And then as soon as it's actually there,
Yeah.
there's like, oh, this isn't like spicy
Or it's like, well, I don't want it with this person because of
Right.
da 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 da, which is what often happens to me. And my therapist, I feel like, is like, you're finding things wrong with these people because you're scared of it. And I'm like, I don't know. He made a
that's-
pretty bad joke last
I
night.
think that's I think I relate to that very much.
Yeah.
Like the more I get to know somebody, the less I'm like, it's almost too much data.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, I'm out actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want the intimate knowledge.
I do, but I want to like the intimate knowledge.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
And I think that it's just such an interesting balance, because like I don't know. In my experience, I feel like I have always been the person who likes the person more, or I'm like pursuing somebody who's clearly not available. And so I'm like pining, or like, oh, but with Steve, I don't know. There's not like a ton. I don't know. I feel like it was the right person at the right time. We were both looking for the exact same thing at the right time. That's not true. I was looking for a lay, and he was like, I don't want to fuck around with anybody unless it's going to turn into a relationship eventually. Right. So I guess we were both going into it with the understanding that like, hey, if this like evolves into something, we're not going to run away from it or like whatever. Uh-huh. But I do know the feeling of being like...
I also think that I am, as I get more and more into Taylor Swift, I do find myself relating to her because I feel like there is something in me. Maybe I'm misinterpreting Taylor Swift completely.
I doubt it.
But I like love the part where I like haven't yet met them, or I'm in the very early stages of meeting them, and there's like a yearning, and I just like my imagination goes crazy with like what they could be and what we could be. Mm-hmm. And then once I'm hit with the reality of like what it actually is, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't this isn't as good as what was in my head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it never will. It's never going to be as good as it was in your head. I hate to break it to you.
What am I supposed to do?
You have to like
stop listening to Taylor Swift.
Well, I advise that for everyone. Just kidding. But I think not to psychoanalyze you, Bri, because I'm not a psychoanalyst or a psychologist in any way. But knowing you, I think that you just need to be in a place, if you want to be, where you're like, I'm going to be open. I'm going to fucking like warts and all, let this person see who I am. And that is a lifelong journey, right? Like I still deal with that in my partnership where I'm like, oh God, I didn't know that this was like a part of who I am. And now I have to show him and it fucking sucks and it's painful and it's embarrassing. But also doing that for yourself, I think opens a door for you to be able to see and accept somebody else's flaws and be like, oh, they're not what I imagined them to be, but in a way that has its own magic and mystery too.
Totally.
Like dedicated to like the interest of being like, oh, that's what you're like? Like, it feels like a little bit, for me, a relationship feels a little bit more like a psychological exploration than anything. Like, to me, it's like, oh, I'm like becoming such a different person in a relationship than I thought I would ever be.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
It's like a little bit more of a internal.
And I think it's like when you accept their flaws and you're showing yours, like the deepness of that love, like that will be ultimately more satisfying than like the fantasy.
Yeah.
But I also think it is, my therapist is always like, well, being in a relationship is getting hurt. It's getting hurt all the time.
It really is.
Like, well, what the fuck,
It's
bro?
getting triggered all the time. Which is why I say it is kind of like, if you really want to have a relationship, you kind of have to be I think you have to be in a place where you're like, I really want to find out about myself.
Yeah.
I want to understand these weird little fucking caverns of my own soul that like really can't come out when I'm just hanging out with friends. Like I would never, we're not be put in a position where that level of shame or vulnerability is exposed.
And I feel like I am in that place now, which
where
is
you
why
want to
I'm
learn
kind
about
of like,
yourself.
Yeah, which is why I'm kind of like in going through like this dating, like
it's tough
era.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I think it's fun and interesting.
Well, and here's what I've been dealing with in my relationship is now, because the angst of the beginning of a relationship, what you're talking about, that imaginary, the what ifs and the like, oh my God, I like long for him or whatever. Yeah. That shit gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't like that part. I want to be 3 years in. I want to be 5 years in.
Huh.
Take me directly to the no makeup sweatpants. We poop in the same bathroom. Like,
Yeah.
I want to skip to we already are deep.
For sure. I get that too.
Because I don't like the feeling of being like, I miss him, or like I just, I
like
fucking hate that.
Still being kind of like, is this going to keep going?
Yeah.
Or is this going to end at any second?
Yeah. Or like, oh my God, my naked body. Like that kind of
Yeah.
shit. No, thank you. No fucking thank you.
Yeah. See, it gives me anxiety, but I also love it. And like the pooping in the same bathroom, I'm like, no.
Yeah, see that
I don't want it.
Like totally. I so see you two like as similar personality types in that way, where you're like the beginning. That's why it like the horrorness of it all is so easy for I am genuinely jealous of people who can like sleep with people who you don't know. I am petrified.
My favorite people to sleep with.
Yes,
Right?
you barely know them.
It's so fun.
Oh my God, I'm terrified. I'm terrified.
It's like
I always have been.
never mind.
I really wanted to get into my hoe days when I started seeing Steve, and it just it
Like
became,
I almost get. I always thought like role playing in relationships was so stupid. I'm like, from an outsider's perspective, I'm like, that's crazy. Like what?
Right.
Like, but my brush with Relish, I almost was like, can we do a role play where
Like we're strangers.
where I don't know you?
That would be all my fantasy role playing too. Yeah, it would be like we do not know each other.
so funny to me. Oh my God, the way that I have been like, should I like spring some role play on Steve just for fun, because I know I could totally do it. Like,
Yeah.
I am an actor.
Yeah.
And no problemo. I'll don an accent and force him to play a role too. But knowing Steve, he would fucking hate it.
Yeah.
He would hate it. To let go of his shit and be like in the moment during a role play. Oh God.
Well, and to have to stop in the middle of it and be like, you need to commit more, Steve.
I know. That is exactly how it would be. Oh my God. Okay, so how do you feel like it is right now, Bridge, with the current brush?
I feel like it's good. I'm having a lot of fun. But we'll see. I don't really know. Yeah, we'll see.
How do you feel being in that we will see like mental space? Or like sort of like I don't know where it's gonna land.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of fun and exciting, but it is also feels a little risky, and historically they for me don't end well, or they end, I guess I should say. It's not always dramatic, but so it's also like, well, I'm not looking forward to that portion of it, but
assuming that it comes.
Yeah, we'll see. Like it's an interest. It's different, I feel like, than my recent brushes or hookups.
And he's younger.
He's younger, and I like him more. But yeah, who's to say? And I'm really not good at being like, hey, let's chat about this. Like, let's get in. Let's
Okay, but you
have a touch base.
We can talk. We can chop this part out if we want, or we can save it for the wise ass section, which is only for subscribers. But recently, you had a conversation with him about some cunnilingus lessons.
Yeah,
some cunnilingus instruction. Directions.
Yeah.
Which is hard.
Well, it wasn't. Like, it was kind of in a sexting sort of way.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was like, what
So
do you
it
want?
never ended up being
like,
an
what do
actual
you want to
combo.
do tomorrow night? It's like, a text that, was like a big chunky paragraph that's like, here's what I see going down tomorrow. And then he was like, all right, we're on it.
You're
and
like,
he
you
really
use your
worked.
tongue in a counterclockwise or clockwise rotation.
Yeah.
While also inserting your fingers
But
to
I
it.
will also say what helped ease it was he sent me this song that he likes it's Cardi B and the City Girls or City Girls, I don't know. And it's like all about like,
It's
suck my
instruction.
pussy till it has a hickey and like my fucking $1 million pussy, sick it, lick it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, so this is the dirty talk you like. Okay.
So a little insight into his sort of vibe.
Yeah.
There's a layer.
There's a
when
layer
you peel
there.
back sort of the onion
Yeah.
skin. There's a bit of a
And I think traditionally I like to be like more submissive, and I think maybe with him he would like a little more
Domination.
dom. So I was like kind of exercising that a little bit, and I feel like it went well.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I recently have discussed with Bridge and with Emma going to take Dom classes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And I see it as
You walk in, it's me. I'm the teacher.
Brian.
I'm wearing 12-inch leather boots.
I'd be like, give me my money back right fucking now.
no.
No. Sit down.
Lesson 1, no. In fact, empty your wallet right now.
Oh my god, that would be so fucking funny. I see it not necessarily as like a super useful thing. Well, I do see it as a super useful thing. My desire to take a Dom course is self-empowerment.
Yeah. And I feel like to have that tool in your pocket too,
Yeah.
of like when you want to be a little like,
Yeah.
hey, bitch.
Because I've recently realized in my therapy that I'm just actually so under practiced in asking for what I want about anything in life.
Yeah,
And of course that translates to the bedroom.
of course.
I can't act. It's
Yeah.
like even the words coming out of my mouth, I'm like asking for just the littlest, stupidest things.
Right.
And I truly believe that every straight man, at least, I don't know if this is true for gays, but I imagine so. Men love to be told what to do.
Yeah, I think so.
There are so many men that really like the submissive
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? You've
I think
been
it's
given the
'cause
key to society.
I think about
Take a back
it.
seat.
I think it's because they are like seen. Their default is like authority.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
And so to actually be like, okay, actually, this is the one time where I'm not like having to be put in that position. I think it does something for them.
Who doesn't
Yeah.
want a beautiful person to just grab you by the lapels and slam you up against the wall
Yeah. Yeah.
and then, choke you out with their face, with their thighs?
yeah.
Who doesn't want that?
Step on them.
Step on the balls.
And I think it's always nice in sexual situations if someone's like, here's what I like, here's what I like, just to not be like kind of in that, have it in the back of your head, like, are they enjoying this or is there something
Right.
else I should be doing? Or
Right. Tell me what to do.
And I think especially men with women, it's like more complicated for them.
Right.
And yeah.
And not to just talk endlessly about Steve, who was just on the pod before this, but what I like about him and his sexual style is he's very dominant. Because in my life, I feel like I'm kind of a boss bitch. Like I run my own things. I create a lot of things for my own life. I feel like I'm kind of like the leader of my world, me. And that comes with a lot of responsibility and like taking care of people and making sure my family's all good to go. There's just a lot of responsibility. So I do like kind of being told what to do in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And like not to get so graphic, but one thing that we have gotten into is him sort of being like, you're a little slut. Because I'm not, and I want to be so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be a slut.
Yeah. I feel like
I want to have slut energy. I don't want to actually go out and be, obviously I'm in a relationship, but I do want the slut confidence that I can pull.
Yeah.
I do think that there is a very like the way people are publicly, the way they're perceived, there's like an inverse in the bedroom
Yes.
So if you are kind of like a little bit like not a dom like in your like job or day-to-day life in the bedroom, it's like you're gonna want to be
Right.
you're probably
Yeah.
gonna enjoy doming
Right.
more or get more out of it, or it will like do something for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
that Nicole Kidman movie? I'm blanking on the name.
Oh,
But like where she's like the CEO of the
Yes.
intern.
Baby
just
girl?
Like, yeah, baby girl.
Baby Girl. Woo! Rupinder was the one who was like, "You got to watch Baby Girl."
Love that
And I
guy.
watched it and I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" Have you seen Baby Girl yet, John?
No, but I'm excited.
You gotta watch it, baby.
Yeah, you gotta.
Something I would like.
I think you might get into it, and I think it will get you some lessons on
Yeah.
how to
Mark it down.
How to treat
treat a
CEO.
rich CEO, powerful woman, and get everything you want. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that fucking movie changed my whole life plan.
should we do our advice?
Yes. Okay, here we go. This is comes to you from Brian's Instagram. So
Oh,
This is where
it's,
my
Okay.
head's at.
this is where
Okay.
his head's at, and it's very stupid.
You want to enjoy your life? Here's the rule. If there's something that gives you pleasure, and we all have our thing that we like more than others, and if it can be addictive, which many things can, even innocent seeming things like food and the internet, if you're using it alone, you're using it wrong. It's not a perfect rule. There are lots of things that bring pleasure that you can do alone, like saying your prayers and walking in the woods. They're not addictive. This is the way to think about it. To be social, to do things with love, to use your brain, and to manage your pleasures. This will bring more happiness.
I reject that all. But how do you guys feel?
I agree with it. That's why I sent it. I think there's something to. I think the core of it is just like community.
Yeah.
Or being around people.
Sure.
Which
I
I,
feel
think
like-
is something
yeah.
that we're severely lacking.
And something
Completely
to like
agree.
remind yourself of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it is so easy, I feel like now, to also keep yourself occupied and interested by yourself.
Sure.
However,
Yeah.
I do not like that man.
I don't either. I hate that it's a man telling me
And I
what
love
to
that he's
do.
like, I mean, if you're walking in the woods or praying, that's fine. Like, what?
Fuck you. I smoke weed by
Eat
myself
shit,
every
and also
day.
walk in the woods with your friends.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah.
But also, is he suggesting like, if you like to scroll, just like get some friends and scroll together?
I have
In a
read
way,
articles.
maybe.
Yeah, I have read articles where it's like couples are scrolling together these days, and it's sort of normal.
Are they scrolling on one phone though, or are they
No,
each
each
on
their
their own? Yeah,
I mean, I do
I'm
think
down with that for sure.
I feel like I've been at like family functions where it is just kind of like everybody's in the same room, but we're all on our phone.
I
Yeah.
don't like that.
I don't mind it.
You do? You
It-
don't?
I don't mind it at all.
Yeah.
It feels like a perfect what is it? Intermission to just like everything.
Yeah, I guess if it's like for a few minutes, we're all
Yeah,
just like,
a
okay,
little
let's
break.
go into our
Yeah.
little space.
Yeah.
I just feel like so many of those things that he's saying are like addictions that I have. Food, check. Drugs, check. Scrolling,
Internet,
check.
check.
Absolute. I'm an addict.
It's yeah. So you're kind of this is almost too targeted
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
I
it's kind
don't-
of
Feels like
hitting
an
too close
attack.
to home.
It is. I'm not really ready to sort of take step one in the addict's, the 12 steps, which is admitting that there's a problem.
Right.
I am still in denial, babe. Let's not say it that I am addicted to scrolling. And I do it every day.
Yeah.
Lots of hours.
I mean, it's hard not to.
Do I want to get back into books? Sure.
But books are very solitary.
Books are so solitary.
Like I
Yeah.
love reading, but yeah, that's
That is
something I
pretty
do
funny, yeah.
by myself.
And something else I do by myself is I listen to books while beading. And I don't want to do that when other people are around.
Yeah.
Right.
Necessarily. Anyway, that's.
You hate it.
I'm mad at it. I'm mad at it.
But I do. I think you're right, Brian. That the underlying thing of just like being in community and like reaching out to people is very
Would not
important.
agree.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
is a
Third
good message.
spaces.
third spaces, etc.
etc.
Though also the way this guy says pleasure, like it feels like a little pleasure shamey or something.
It does. I
It
think
is.
that's what I don't like about it. It's like you shouldn't be doing it alone.
Yeah.
And if you are, it's a problem.
I mean, ultimately, I agree with what he's saying, but I disagree with the concept of putting advice on the internet.
The whole premise.
It's a disgusting thing to do.
Yeah, I think it's nobody should be doing it, and nobody should be taking that advice seriously or to heart.
God.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Something that I've been running into, this is kind of also an annoyance that I'm having with social media lately, is that like remember when a couple weeks ago when Mato sent me that like fucking TikTok that was like, hey guys, what are you eating for lunch today? I had a sandwich. It had turkey, a little bit of cheese, between two breads. What did you have for lunch? Taco Bell? It was just like an old man with like pretty bad rosacea. It had 212 likes, and it was so basic that I had to use it for the pod. Mm-hmm. What are you eating for lunch?
I remember that. Yeah.
The internet, my algorithm is all politics, cat videos, and
Hi.
Buzzy wants to say hi. He's a good boy. He will snuggle.
I had to get a brick for my phone which is like a device that you scan and then you can like tell it which apps to make you not like.
And
you
which
can't
apps
get
did
them.
you brick?
Instagram, Reddit, which is my favorite social media.
Wow.
Brigid's the only lady Redditor that I have ever known.
I love it because it's a reading platform.
Yes.
There's not as many videos. Also Hinge, because sometimes I go on there too much.
I love
And it's
Hinge.
depressing.
Oh.
The news app.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's it. And like sometimes I'll be bricked for like over 24 hours and it is better.
I need to get that for Instagram and TikTok and New York Times recipes.
Yeah.
I need it for Instagram and X.
Your two porn platforms.
My two porn platforms.
What about Safari?
Safari for sure. Safari.
Oh, Bri. Okay. Let's listen to someone asking for advice. This is from an anonymous caller. Here we go.
Hello. Love the show. Okay. My question is, I recently got a new job and it's great. I love it. I thought I accepted a good salary, but getting that paycheck back looks low. How do I renegotiate this early on, or do I just suck it up and wait until it's more appropriate time to ask? So how do I do that? Do I not do it? Should I do it? Like, what's the worst that would happen, right? All right. Let me know your advice. Love the show. Bye.
Bridge, what do you think?
Ooh, that's hard.
Well, first, let's ask this question. Have you ever had to renegotiate a salary?
Not whilst at the job. Like I feel like my biggest negotiations have happened, like in the hiring process. And I have had it before where they're like, we won't give you what you're asking for, but we'll like after 3 months, if things are going well, we'll bump it up to that. I think it depends on like does she feel like does it, based on the work that she's doing, does it now feel like, oh, this is not compensating that?
Right.
Because then maybe there is a discussion to have of kind of like, well, now that I've been doing it, like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really get how she like saw the number and now she's like, wait, it's lower than I thought. Did she just
Was
kind
it
of
like the post taxes of
did
it
she
all?
like
Probably.
do the math wrong and she's like, oh, I'm actually
Well, to be fair, taxes will take a chunk of change.
Yeah.
Or can't you do this thing where you always do pay no taxes? pay nothing to taxes? Wasn't that always an option?
Well, you eventually do pay.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Yeah,
to.
I think I would do the thing where I was like give as little to taxes as possible,
don't
and
know
then I
if
would
that's
pay it during tax,
Yeah.
and then I would end up paying more. But then that's why I just would never pay my taxes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And then eventually you'll end up in debtor's jail, debtor's prison.
I do think that taxes, I always say taxes are taking 30%.
Yeah.
And that's something you should always account for. Taxes in the States are pretty fucking high. And the poorer you are, the more you're going to get taxed under Trump in Trump's America. Listen, become a billionaire and you won't have to pay a fucking cent on your dollar.
Yeah.
Because you're quote unquote creating jobs.
And somehow you have to go into like such absurd debt that then it's okay. I don't know.
Yeah, or
There
you can
feels
just
like-
file for bankruptcy or whatever and be
yeah.
forgiven. I don't know. I'm not really sure how it pans out that way, but it's the tax code. Taxes will take out so much of your. When I was a teacher, I used to get my paychecks and be like, "Oh, it's more like 40%."
Yeah.
For a teacher. It was crazy. So
Yeah.
everything I made, I basically split in half.
Yeah.
And there are legitimate strategies. I'm not sure how this person identifies, but I will say if you are a woman or a woman identifying person, you have to actually research, how do I negotiate a salary increase? Because women are not taught any of that shit as young people. I don't think a lot of men are either.
I don't think anybody is.
It's not like something that we are privy to, but because women live in a wage gap and legitimately we just get paid way lower than men do for the same amount of work, if not more. I think it's a good practice to every year negotiate your salary higher.
Yeah.
I agree
yeah,
with that.
for
At
sure.
least try.
Yeah.
And yeah, like this caller said, what's the worst that can happen? They say no.
Yeah.
They say no. I never had to. Maybe I did actually. I think there was one time where I did. I was at a job longer than a year, and I did ask for more money.
My one job that I had longer than a year.
And it's crazy because they're like, it's funny because they like, you go in for a meeting, and then you're like, "Can I have more money?"
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Yeah." And then you're like, "Whoa."
Yeah, and then you're like, wait,
Yeah.
should I have asked for more?
Yeah.
I've also had it happen though where I did that and they were like, no.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I eventually left that job. But yeah. I think as long as you do it like nicely and have some like sort of evidence behind it
Right.
of like, well,
There-
I've done this, I've done that, and
Because there is like a formal way to do it.
Yes,
I forget.
yes, yes.
It is
Yeah.
very Googleable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I would say like a week, a month into a job, what I would do if I were in this person's position is I would ask other people in my same position, do you mind sharing your salary
Yeah.
with me? That is really, unfortunately, kind of where the people power is. And you learn a little bit more about the financial structure of the job you're working for.
Right.
That's crazy though. That's a bit of a wild strategy, which I almost agree with. But then also at the same time, the person you're asking, they're going to be like, but they just started. Why are they getting the same amount as me? Then they'll ask for more.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
listen, employees, you should be asking for more.
You should
Yeah.
This
that's
is
true.
me
band
encouraging
together.
you, the worker, to make as much money as you think you should be making.
Right.
You ask for that living fucking wage.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's a bad thing. That's why it's really bad for companies if the employees unionize. And unionization usually means there's a salary structure for people who are climbing up. You make a salary structure for your union, for the people, the workers, and that's like how the WGA is.
Yeah.
When you start, you're at staff level position, you make this amount of money. Then at this position, you make this amount of money. Of course, there's individual negotiations that go into like whatever. But if you're sharing your salary amount with the people that you work with, it prompts everybody to go to the job and be like, hold the fucking phone
Right.
and prepare to be really disappointed in that case, but also informed. I don't know. I just don't think, I don't know. I feel like if this person likes this job, maybe don't ask right away.
I say wait for 6 months.
Well, I also
months?
wonder, how long has it been? Because I would say even
Right.
maybe 3 months you could do, but I think definitely come in with like a prepared case of why you deserve more.
Yeah.
So that it's not just kind of like, hey, can I get more for this?
Recently, I heard from a friend whose husband asked for more money, that he had prepared sort of his own personal stories as to why he should get more money. You know, not necessarily like what role. Like he was more like, you know, I have to make updates to my vehicle soon. It was more like that. And I think that you should take your own financial stress off the table for this
100%.
person. You're not going to guilt your boss into giving you more money.
Did he get the raise or no?
No, I don't think it. I think there's more meetings to be had, but like it's sort of, you know, it's like a learning process for all of us to like ask for more money.
Yeah.
This is why I want to take the goddamn Dom class.
Yeah. Well, I think it could be like the hours are longer than I expected,
Right.
or, you know, this is more,
Yeah.
I'm using more skills than I thought, you know, I don't know, whatever,
And
whatever
this-
the reasoning is.
This almost feels like a situation where, like, if you do feel like you're being paid way less than you deserve for the amount of work you're doing, and you ask for a raise, they say no. I think this is when you like look for another job, and you're like,
Totally.
"Okay, let me find a job that pays me more."
Yeah.
And I would also say make sure you've been doing a good job.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. If you have one foot out the door already.
yeah. Or if you've just been like showing up and you're like, I would like more. Like, but if
That's
it's like,
my
no, I've been
strategy
kind of
always.
killing it, you know. Well, I could totally see myself doing that, being like, I think I deserve a raise. It's like, for what? Because I want it.
Yeah.
Like,
Duh. That's why I'm like, will Dom class be like, teach me how to be assertive. Like something I would make the same mistake as my friend's husband. I would go in and be like, things are just getting really tight for me and blah, 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 you know, like blubbering like a dumbass to a boss who doesn't give a fuck or has their own thing going on, instead of just being like, listen, I'm a huge value add for your company.
Yeah.
I have brought in this many clients or volunteers or whatever, and
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
a great community organizer. I'm willing to do more.
You got to back it up somehow.
Yeah. I want to speak. I want to get what I ask for by being assertive.
Yeah.
And not having to be like an emotional, like plead.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, not to bring it back to Mad Men, but I'd say watch some Mad Men
Ooh.
for
yeah.
inspo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Peggy.
Definitely
Yeah.
smoke a cig while you ask.
Oh my God. Smoke a cig preparing to go in.
Yeah.
Be in the power stance.
yeah.
Just like smoking, drinking a little Bloody Mary, and go in and ask for more cash. I do wish we had a little bit more context into what this.
Yeah, I would
person's
also
job
be
is.
interested, like, was there a salary range when they got the job? And so it feels apparent that there is more money available.
Yeah. Do you need to sort of take your paycheck to the HR and look at your contract that you signed before, you know, or your application and be like, it doesn't seem like it's.
And then also, I think if they're kind of like, no, it's kind of like, well, can we revisit this in 6 months? Or, can, you know, like maybe there's ways to,
Interesting.
keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
Back to your dating, Bridge.
I do not get paid.
And boy, should we. Do you because sort of the person you're seeing right now is younger, do you find that you're giving advice?
No. I think that he's more mature than I.
Whoa.
That's insane. There's no way, Brigid.
Well, it's just in some ways. He's more like business minded, and like so. Sometimes there's just like, I don't know, businessy stuff that comes up that I'm like, oh, that's I don't know about that thing. You know,
Interesting. Because finance. Yeah. Kind of your dream, man.
well,
Everybody check out Brigid Boyle. She's out here in LA doing really fucking good stand up. Such a unique point of view also that I think like more women I love stand up because you get to see everybody's different flavor. And I think that Brigid strikes this really funny fucking balance of like earnest shallowness that is we are all such shallow people, and it's so sharp and specific and perfect. And she's not a shallow person, but it's her persona on stage that is.
I can be.
I mean, you're not, but we all can be. That's what makes it so
Well,
good.
thank you. That's so nice.
And that's all the time we have today. We hope our advice has made your life better, but we won't be issuing any refunds if it didn't.
If you or anyone you know needs advice, has a question, or just wants to chat about something, leave us a message. There's 3 ways to do that, and you can find them in the show notes, and we'll give you our smudgiest, sagiest, solicited advice.
As always, we'd love you to follow us on the socials or wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. And again, please support our work by becoming a Wise Ass. You can hear us talking about sex stuff on the Wise Ass special of this episode by going to sagebasedwisdom.supercast.com. Please do it. It supports our work. It helps out our buddy John. We love to pay John his as much as we can, and you paying us helps support the pod. So please become a Wise Ass. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks, Bridge, for being here.
Oh my God, thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Talk to y'all.
Hagone.
Bye.